silence of mediocrity to disperse expansive, game-changing marketing wisdom. This is the Jeff Payne Show.
Reaching for a higher place than we can reach alone. Get up, get in, it's time to win. This is the Jeff Payne Show.
Jeff Bezos was sitting in a business review, staring at a report. Average customer service wait time, under 60 seconds. A great number, right in line with everyone else in the industry. He'd also been hearing something else. Customers saying they were waiting forever. So he picked up the phone, called his customer service line. Right there in the meeting. The room went quiet. 10 minutes later, someone finally picked up. Hi, I'm Jeff Payne. You're listening to The Jeff Payne Show, episode number 44, Becoming the Customer.
And now, our feature presentation.
Every business runs on maps, dashboards, KPIs, financial statements, employee surveys, earning reports. They're all attempts to take something messy, a company, a customer relationship, a market, and compress it into something a leadership team can actually act on. That's useful, genuinely useful. But a map that's included every tree, every pothole, every blade of grass wouldn't be a map anymore. It would be a replica. The whole value of a map is what it leaves out. The danger isn't the map, it's forgetting that's all it ever was. For marketers, this shows up in a very specific way. Building the map is the job, the funnel diagram, the attribution model, the ranking report, the sentiment score, the AI visibility dashboard. At some point, without anyone deciding to, we start managing the map instead of the thing it's supposed to represent. We optimize the number. We stop asking what the number was standing in for. Bezos has a line about this. Quote, "When the data and the anecdotes disagree, the anecdotes are usually right," end of quote. Not because the data is fake, because you're usually not measuring the right thing. Here's where it gets uncomfortable for our industry specifically. A business can look outstanding on paper right now, showing up in AI answers, mentioned across the platforms, sentiment trending positive, and still lose the actual buyer. Because that buyer isn't reading your dashboard. They're landing on a page that doesn't answer their real question. They're finding 3 interchangeable competitors and picking whichever one felt less like a pitch. They're calling a number and getting a hold cue. The dashboard says found. The buyer says, so what? The gap doesn't show up in the reporting. It only shows up when somebody actually walks the path a stranger would walk. So here's the move. And it costs nothing but a few minutes. Periodically, become the customer, not your customer persona, an actual stranger. Search for what you do with no context, the way someone who's ever heard of you would. Click through your own site like you landed on it by accident. If you can, call your own front desk and just listen to what happens. If you're not looking for a new report, you're checking whether the map still matches the ground. Bezos didn't find his customer service problem in a spreadsheet. He found it on hold, in a silent room, in real time. The shortest path to the truth is rarely another report. Sometimes it's just putting the map down and walking the ground it was drawn from. I want to thank you for listening to this podcast, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great day.
Thank you for listening to The Jeff Payne Show.
Find the complete archives of all episodes at jeffpayne.net or subscribe for free at Apple Podcasts and never miss an episode.
This program is copyrighted by Jeff Payne Incorporated. All rights reserved.
Each week we bring you a message of inspiration and hope, remembering that true hope is available to all through Jesus Christ.